for a very special day. This is a very special time. Show me a hill I can climb. Give me a mountain to move, and I'll prove that it's a very special day. I woke up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day. Up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day.
A very special day it is. It's a finally fantastic, maybe just a little freaky Friday. That means my partner in crime, back by popular demand, we have from Meadowview, we have from Salem Crossing, Meadowview, Laura Lee. Good morning, Laura.
Good morning.
Happy Friday, stranger.
It's a happy Friday.
Everybody's like, Laura Lee's back on the radio. Yay! I can see everybody right now in their car. They're like, oh, Laura Lee's back on the radio.
I'll start getting messages here.
I know. Blow up your phone. There you go.
I didn't tell anybody I was doing it.
But you had to turn your phone off because we're enjoying the show, right?
Absolutely.
All right, in the hot seat this morning, and talking about hot seat and very hot, we have Bill. And Bill, I always have trouble. You're just
Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah, he's like Elvis, just Bill.
Just Bill.
Everybody's Bill. Bill from Po Boys BBQ, and we're going to be talking about some barbecue today.
Yes, ma'am.
Today's Limerick Day. So we need to make maybe off the air, a limerick about barbecue.
I should have done my homework.
Well, it's okay. It's all right. I'm here to do
You're
your
tricky.
I try to be tricky. Okay, that is very, very tricky, sneaky.
Right.
Maybe a little scandalous over here.
Oh, Becky.
All right, let's thank our sponsors.
Absolutely. We want to thank Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Fantastic Sam's, Fox Purley Wealth Management, Po Boys BBQ, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn.
Every time my co-host reads Po Boys BBQ, I think of that silly pigpen cheese fry.
A lot of people love it.
No, it's addictive.
It is.
Yeah, that is just like in my head. It gets stuck in my head every morning.
When we have extra fries in the kitchen, I have a tendency of putting them on a plate with the cheese and just going, yeah.
Oh, that would be my tendency to. Yeah.
That's why I can't lose any of this barbecue gut.
Oh, you're fine.
It's
you're
the
fine.
French fries.
Those fries are. All right, we're on to the 12th day of May Day. Today is Forensic Friday, giving sharks a voice.
Oh.
I think it's like, remember how like some of the sharks were like in the tuna, sharks and dolphins, I don't know, something like, I don't know 100% with that. We just, we're in a double landlocked state here. I don't really know much about, what I mean? I know that I had a shark encounter, Bill. Didn't I, Laura?
Yes. Yeah.
My shark
That'd
story.
be scary.
It was very scary. Very, very scary. There's two people Jesus walked on water and so did Becky.
Right. Ran
on water. International Awareness Day. International Chronic Fatigue Syndrome Awareness Day.
Oh, that's every
All of us. Look at us all in
I
the
know,
room.
Yeah.
Because
And every barbecue guy.
Well,
yeah, absolutely. International Nurses Day, which you've been celebrating Nurses Week, right? I love nurses. They're good. I was supposed to be one. That's what
I know.
I could see that.
I was supposed to be a nurse, yeah. Limerick Day, and I do have some limericks up. Military Spouse Appreciation Day. There you go.
Hey,
Her husband's
hey.
military, so there
Awesome.
you go.
I wonder how many days I'm going to have today combined.
I know. You're going to load up. You need to start
Absolutely.
celebrating right now. Nutty Fudge Day.
Ooh.
Yummy.
Yum. And Odometer Day. Make sure your odometer's working. Brought to you by the Salem and Washington County Sheriff's Department.
Absolutely.
Police
They'll
Department.
check it for you.
That's right. Ooh, National Public Gardeners Day. Ooh. Provider Appreciation Day. Oh, there you go.
That's a
Laura,
good
you got a lot of,
one.
Shades Day, sunglasses. Bill, you wear sunglasses?
Nope.
Oh, I love sunglasses.
I'm a big sunglasses
Hard to
girl.
get them over the trifocals.
Okay. I think they make those where they go
They
dark.
do.
Yeah.
They slide on.
They go, there you go. All right, so get out and enjoy some holidays for sure. Mother's Day is this weekend, and don't forget Mom, right?
Awesome.
Yeah, the main thing I think, we've got some beautiful flowers over at Walmart, the plants and flowers and all that. But I think spending time with Mom, don't you think? That's just,
Yeah, I wish I could. My mom lives up in Illinois. She was just here last month.
She is fantastic.
She's pretty cool.
Yeah, she looks wonderful. She is just
76 years old.
She is fantastic, and shake her and move her. She was wonderful. Yeah,
Still works every day.
Yeah, I got to meet her, and Bill, you are very blessed, and to still have your mom.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
very blessing. And Laura,
Yeah,
your mom too.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
My mom's 78.
Oh, that's awesome.
She'll get all kinds of flowers this weekend. She's already ready.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Well, my mom passed when I was 18, so it's been a different. I wish she could see my children.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's what I wish. If I had a wish, I wish she could see, because I know she'd be so proud of my girls.
Oh, yeah.
So that would be, that's something I wish. But I always think about her on Mother's Day, so yeah.
Absolutely.
But God has blessed me with 6 beautiful daughters that make over me. So
Absolutely.
I'm very.
4 of them are mothers.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
I thought I was doing good, but 3 daughters.
Yeah. The
Sure.
6, yes.
I just couldn't imagine.
Oh.
I'm thankful for boys.
We had 3
I've said it,
bathrooms,
said it,
never
said
enough
it.
bathrooms, never enough towels, never enough.
Can only imagine.
Oh, you can just imagine everything. Yes, from yeah. So, we had a great time though, and we did it. We survived. Yeah. But anyway, so I know those. They told me at the Kentucky Derby in the barns. They said, "Well, you're quite the broodmare." So I said, nah. Nah. Or well, that sounds like a boat. I mean, not a boat, a goat.
A goat.
A boat. Nah, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever a horse
Yeah.
does. What's a horse do?
Hey,
Yeah, nay there. Nay. All right, whatever. Okay.
Wilbur.
We have really took a left turn.
I know. We've been doing that lately on Coffee Club. Squirrel. I don't know where we go. We need to reel it back in here. All right. So anyway, get out some. You've got flowers. You've got cut flowers. You've got plants. You've got food, cookies. You've got cakes. We've got barbecue, because you're doing a special for Mother's Day.
We are. We're going to do my world famous smoked meatloaf.
I have not tried this, but I was reading the post about it, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
I love
have
meatloaf.
to try
I
this.
love meatloaf.
I love meatloaf.
We done it
too.
like the second weekend that we were opened, and I think I sold 60
Oh, every bit of
on
that.
Sunday. We're only open 5 hours on Sunday, 11 to 4, but the reviews of them were incredible. Everybody liked it, but it involves a lot of bacon, so that makes it better.
Everything's better with bacon.
Absolutely.
Okay, so hang on. How do you make let me just kind of go my kitchen, okay? Which, Bill, I am like not even trying to compare my kitchen to yours. But okay, so you form the meatloaf, right?
I do my meatloaves in about 1 pound football-shaped loaves.
Okay. And then how do you put those on the grill that they don't fall apart?
We
Right?
just do.
Okay. Is that? Are you, am I asking secrets that should
No,
not be unveiled?
we don't use any kind of binder or anything on it. We mince up bacon to put inside of it with the green pepper, red bell pepper, yellow pepper, and the onion, and then the bacon, as it renders down inside there, will ensure that it stays really moist.
Okay.
And then we make a little canoe in the top, fill that with barbecue sauce, and then we take 2 pieces of bacon, cut it in half, and we drape that over the top of it. More moisture, grease, bacon fat, flavor.
Yeah.
But the meatloafs are really, really good. Really popular.
Oh, I bet, no doubt. And
Sounds fantastic.
I know. You had me, and you put the peppers and everything. Nobody does that anymore.
Yeah.
That's
We
That's
try to
above
do
it.
everything like Grandpa or Grandma would have done it.
Oh, yeah. I think meatloaf is the most comforting food.
My crew won't eat meatloaf unless I make it in muffin pans.
Oh.
Because they all like it, the outer side of it. They don't like it if it's a big float. It's not crispy.
But we only
Never
cook
thought
the,
about that.
Yeah, they're weird.
That's
weird.
we cook the small ones
Mhm.
because when you go to cook like a 4 or 5 pound meatloaf at 225 degrees for 4 hours, it tends to dry out.
Oh yeah, I bet.
So that's why we do the little ones to ensure the moisture content in them.
Well, that's a
So
grand
it's kind
idea.
of the same,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see these people doing big 4 pound meatloafs on Facebook, and then they do a big bacon weave,
Yeah.
and they put a blanket over the entire thing, and it just seems like a lot for not as good of
Yeah,
results.
my crew won't
So the
eat
little
it,
ones
so.
are a little more work, but and we weigh each one of them out individually, and the flavor on them's pretty good.
Oh, I think that sounds delicious. I'm like so into that. It's crazy to think how much like effort and thought goes into everything that you make, right? I mean,
We try.
you do. I mean, like to make it, because with barbecue, like the secret's like you want that good, juicy, right? You don't want anything dry like that, right?
Well, that's the secret to what we do is that we cook everything fresh every day.
Now listen to this, Laura.
It's a 20-hour process. We rub one day, we smoke it the next, and like my pulled pork, it runs anywhere from 12 to 15 hours, and the brisket anywhere from 14 to 18. The chicken and the ribs are, of course, a lot less because they're a lot smaller, thinner meat. And so, yeah, I start at about, I usually put meat on about 10 o'clock at night, catch a couple hours sleep, up at 1:30, and we go the rest of the day. So.
No, he stays there. Bill actually, no, this is like, there was a gentleman I wish you would have met, in which we adored, Bob Holler, and he always said, when you own a business, you need to be at that business, you need to be there, and you couldn't be any more loving and being a part of
Right.
your business, Bill. I mean,
Yeah,
right?
we really love the aspect of the fresh food. Other barbecue places, or even restaurants for that matter, don't put the same love and attention into what they do like we do. I mean, the fresh food every day is key. I mean, sometimes we run out, people get a little upset, but anything we have on our menu that we're not out of is just as good.
Oh, yeah.
It may not be what you want, but we've always got an alternative that's just as good. But the key to cooking fresh every day is that you do the best you can on an amount, and I'm pretty good at that. But sometimes somebody comes in and buys 5 slabs of ribs when you only cook 15. Then you may not have ribs from 6:30 to 8 on through the week or
Right.
something. But just know that everything that we do is 100% fresh.
I
daily.
love that.
Daily.
That speaks volumes. That's very impressive.
Yeah,
for sure.
it's a lot of work.
Well, yeah, it is.
It's
Yeah.
a labor of love, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Do you so when you what would you say is your favorite thing to barbecue? What would you like?
I really enjoy the ribs.
The ribs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The brisket and the pork, they just kind of lay in the smoker and suck in the hickory smoke. And
Do their own thing.
yeah, and the ribs need a little more attention. We spritz them with apple juice about 4 or 5 times during the 6-hour period. We wrap them in foil with brown sugar and butter and some other stuff. And, they're just heavenly goodness.
Yes, please. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've had them.
Yeah.
They are good.
Yeah, the
They're
ribs
so
are
tender.
my favorite.
Yeah.
And always have been. I don't know why. I mean, I'd rather eat brisket, but the ribs are my favorite to cook by far.
They are delicious. I've had them.
We've really been, our ribs have really been on point since we've been up here.
Love that. Do you feel like do you feel like you just get better every year? Is there always like more to learn in the world of barbecue?
Absolutely. There's little things that you can do. Like I'm always working on sauces. I'm always working on rubs. You know, trying to create something a little bit better.
Yeah.
Or a little bit different, or, you know, it's like the rub for my chicken is different than the rub for my ribs, and the rub for my pork is the same as my ribs. My brisket's completely different. So, you know, we've got three rubs that we make, and we're always trying to tweak on them. The rub that I use on my pork and the ribs, me and Sandy put it together in 5 minutes, and we've been using it for over 10 years.
Oh.
So it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like salt, pepper, and
Absolutely. Garlic,
He's not
onion
giving you all the
powder,
secrets.
I know.
He's not giving
cayenne,
you the
chili
secrets.
powder, a little ginger.
Look, he's letting he's
You're
Brown
gonna give it
brown
all
su-
to
well, you got to know the amounts, but we've got a lot of brown sugar.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's got just all the standard paprika, of course.
Yeah. But
for
those are
color.
actually good. It's good to know. Like I know brown sugar might be taking a little turn, but all those other ones are good like spices to have and to eat. You know what I mean? And
Yeah. So we when we do competitions, we have our basic rub that we use like on our pork and our ribs, and then we tweak that a little bit. We use a little bit of dry mustard and some other stuff in it, and yeah, it's just a little variation, but it's basically the same rub we've been using for over 10 years.
I've never worked with dry mustard. Is it got a taste like regular mustard, or is it a?
I think it does, but
Have you ever? Because Laura loves cooking too. I've never.
Not
we're
really.
the other difference, like the competition rub, it'll have a red granulated sugar in it. You know, we
I've never heard of a red sugar. Is it really a red sugar?
Yeah, red sugar.
What's it?
Right over there at Walmart, but
What?
it helps enhance the mahogany color that you're looking for on your ribs.
Oh.
Well, look at this, Bill.
Yeah, that's we use a lot of white pepper as well. Gives you a little bite on the back, a little spice on the back end of the bite. Yeah.
This one I thought I knew things. I
Yeah,
don't.
it's fun.
Wow.
It's fun playing.
Yeah.
This is all stuff I've either read about, watched somebody do, or I've learned on my own. So
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get our thinking hats on.
Yeah, I did
I
not
have to
know
open up a little class.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
I've never messed with dry mustard.
Yeah,
I
I
do
don't-
love to cook.
Okay, so
but
like
no,
when you
I
do a rub,
haven't.
okay, like so you make your ingredients up, like your dry ingredients.
Yes.
And then you just like, do you put the meat in a?
We put them usually on a sheet pan, a big sheet pan, so it doesn't make a big mess, of course. And then we just drizzle sprinkle
Sprinkle.
the rub over there. We use we put quite a bit on there. The ribs especially, and
Yeah,
you know,
you do.
we do all four sides of the ribs.
Uh-huh.
You know, we do the ends too, the thin ends. We dab them in the rub, but yeah, we just sprinkle it over it and turn it. And
So is
sprinkle it,
there any
turn it, sprinkle it.
truth to this? Once you put your rub on, you're supposed to like basically massage the meat to get
You
it
can,
down
yes.
in there?
You can like it.
Wait, hold on.
Yes,
What?
I'm telling you.
That's why
I'm
they call it
telling you.
rubbing.
Yes. It's like giving it a full-on massage.
See, okay, like this is a romance, and
So the biggest thing that you really need to do after you rub like the ribs, when you put your rub on there, a lot of people use a binder. I don't do that because I usually let my ribs set in the rub overnight.
okay.
So I'll rub them at like 6, 7 o'clock at night, and then the next day they start going on at 6 in the morning. Then they'll go on again about 12:30, 1 o'clock my second round. So I've got fresh ribs for lunch, fresh ribs for dinner. But a lot of people use mustard or mayonnaise or olive oil to make the rub stick to it, and then they'll just put it directly onto the cooker. We don't do that. We let it actually marinate and let the meat pores expand and suck all that rub in there. Now, before they go back into the walk-in, we will set them on the counter, and we'll let them develop what they call a sweat. So that means the pores are open. And then when you put them in the fridge, boom, sucks it back in.
Oh.
Closes up. So that's just I mean, for people that want to cook at home, that's something that they can use on, when they want to do ribs.
Yeah, I just don't think that people realize what all goes into this, right?
It's a lot of science.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Hillbilly science, but
well, I'm thinking
still
like
science.
Well, I'm thinking like like your moisturizer you use on your faces and stuff. Your pores, you want them open. I mean, kind of the same concept, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Like that's.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, when you're developing your sauces, you have 2 different kinds of sauces.
Yeah, that I put on the table, but I've got about 6 or 7 that I do. I've got an apple pineapple that's out of this world, but
I love that too.
Yeah, it's very expensive to make, and we only use that like when we do our salmon. We do a smoked salmon.
Oh, you do a smoked salmon?
Yeah, and we use a honey maple glaze on it, and then we have the apple pineapple sauce for it.
Oh wow! I know that's a really good alternative for people that really want to eat a little bit, different like that.
Yeah, we're big fans of salmon. I used to work for a company called Sitka Salmon out of Sitka, Alaska.
Oh, that's cool.
And we used to go around and do seminars for them, cooking seminars, showcasing their product.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then how do you serve the salmon? I guess then just like.
Well, when we were doing that, we would serve we would pull all the bones out of it with tweezers. It's a very tedious process.
Oh my goodness!
And then we would
tweezers.
Yeah, tweezers to pull out all the bones out of the salmon. So then we would brighten the salmon in like a brown sugar, cumin, some other stuff mix, and let it set for 3 days. Suck the fat out of it.
Wow.
And then I would cut that up into 1-inch squares.
Oh yeah.
And I put it on a piece of. I've got some specialty screens for chicken and fish. And I put that on the smoker, and then I put the 1-inch pieces on there, so we get a smoke all the way entirely around the entire piece. So you get one bite, and it's completely full, encased with smoke. And then, as about 50 minutes in, we glaze them with a honey maple glaze, and then we let that caramelize a little bit, and then we serve it. And I usually serve it with a fresh-made pineapple salsa, and it's out of this world.
Oh, yum.
Yeah, the pineapple sauce is
I can only imagine.
good as the salmon, if not better. It's my favorite.
Yeah. Isn't it funny how fruit and meat go together?
Yeah.
Like the sweetness of the fruit and then with the meat, it really, I mean, a lot of times people are afraid to put the 2 together, but they really are good. It's a good marriage, isn't it?
Especially when you think about Alaska and salmon
Yeah.
and pineapple and South America.
Well, my goodness, you're just.
Or Hawaii,
You're bringing them all together, aren't
Right,
you, there?
and
Yeah.
You wouldn't think that would really work, but it really, really does.
Yeah, yeah.
The fresh pineapple sauce is phenomenal.
I love that. Yeah.
I thought about even jarring it.
Well, that would be good. I love pineapple on the grill. I love that. And a lot of times people don't think of that, but it's really a good thing.
Do it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have another dish that I do I get ribeye or filet, something, depending on the budget, of course, and I cube that up, and I make I cube it up like I would for stew meat or whatever, and then that goes into a piece of aluminum foil with shrimp, red pepper, green pepper, yellow pepper. I'm all about the colors and the peppers for appearance, man. And then we put the pineapples in with that, with some fresh mushrooms and some slap your mama seasoning, and we put that on the grill, and we oh my God.
Is it good?
Really good.
Is it? Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
You ever want to
Yeah,
try it?
I know. I love that. I think it sounds delicious. The thing that I like we're talking, this is like your restaurant, and your whole it takes time.
Absolutely.
Like nothing's done. I mean, you're taking that time to do it. You're not putting out a quick, fast product.
Right.
Your product is taking.
We're not making tacos.
No, you're taking time, and
it's like a well-oiled process.
It is.
Sounds
It's-
like.
We started out, we had almost all new people there, and it was kind of rough getting everybody worked out. We've lost some people, we've gained some people. Right now I've got about as good a crew as I could get.
Awesome.
I mean, my kitchen staff's really good, and the front of the house, they're awesome. I mean, everybody's just doing phenomenal. I've got some young kids that are really picking up and learning, and that's really cool to watch.
Right.
So, yeah, I've got. I think that we've really made some improvements on our staff, on our service. We were a little slow in the beginning, but we had all new people, and it was kind of difficult. But You know, we can get your lunches out fast now. We get your dinners. On Friday nights, you might have a 30-minute wait time or so, but, you know, that's just because of the volume of people that we have. They're lined up out the door most Friday nights.
I love that.
Awesome.
I think everybody in business, anybody in business knows that that's the start of it. You know, you've got to, you know, everybody's trying to get it all, you know, together, so to speak. And, you know, you do a great job, I think.
You like to think that day one you're going to be able to go off without a hitch, but that's not the case.
Oh,
And
you know what I mean? No, I think that that's normal in business. You know what I'm saying?
for the most part, the people, our customers, were very understanding in the beginning.
I think we are. I think our community is good at that. I think we know. You know what I
I
mean?
had a few
Well,
that were just unhappy no matter what we did for them or how many times you apologized to them or whatever. There was no.
they were from out of town.
I think that's any.
One of them
any
actually was, but
business, you know.
yeah, it's
No,
so-
I think we all need to support each other, and I think that
I agree.
You know, and I think every one of us, you know, when you open that Bucky chute or that first gate in the first day, we all need it. And I think you're doing wonderful. I think you're doing great, and I think that I like the new challenges. You're trying new things. You're trying different things. And remember, we learned this is really cool about our community. What meat does our community love? Chicken.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Go crazy over chicken.
Our community, I know, isn't that hilarious? And Laura has chickens.
You know, I
Yep.
do.
Yeah.
I do.
But yeah, it's funny. He said that like the different communities that he goes to, but this community loves chicken.
Yeah, like in Corden, it was pulled pork. Everything was pulled pork, man. Barbecue sandwiches. That's what they wanted. Once I got everybody spoiled on my brisket, that kind of changed a little bit. Because when I first started setting up a food trailer up there, it was like people wouldn't eat it. They're like, "Oh, we had brisket before. It was terrible." I said, "You haven't had mine."
Yeah.
Open your mouth, do the little airplane thing, and next thing you know, I was selling a case a weekend.
I bet.
You know, so it's you just got to get people to experience it. Not everybody does everything the same, and just because this guy cooks a brisket, you cook a brisket, and I cook a brisket, they're never going to be the same. So you have to try.
Yeah. So if someone's listening, and let's say that they, you know, we're springtime. We got graduation. We've got weddings. We've got birthday parties. We've got anniversaries. We've got reunions. If someone tells you in advance, can you do like a big order for people?
Oh, absolutely. We do them every day. Our catering is really, really picked up.
Awesome.
It's been good. Plus, we vend at the Speedway if it ever quits raining.
I know.
Hopefully tomorrow.
See, they're trying so hard to have this race. I know.
And then like next weekend we're going to be at Mudbilly Nation. It's like a property with a bunch of people out there and four-wheelers and four-wheel drives and going through mud pits and live music and camping and super family friendly, or I wouldn't be there. And it's going to be a great weekend. And then we also have the Speedway the same day, Friday and Saturday. So that's going to be the drift racing, which
When are you going to sleep?
I
Nobody
don't.
does it,
but
no.
they have, like the drift racing, we went a couple weeks ago in the rain.
Yeah.
Them guys run in the rain.
Yeah,
I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
So that was my first experience of live drift racing, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been a dirt track guy my whole life, so even going to asphalt races is fun, but I've always been a dirt track guy. And when I went to them drift races, it was like really cool the way them guys run around there and they mirror each other, and it was incredible. The skill that they have is incredible.
Beyond,
yeah. So we get to do that again next week.
Okay.
So pretty excited.
If someone has an event coming up, how far in advance? Like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? What
Depending on the size of the people, how many people they need. If they've got 20, 30 people, I've usually got plenty of food on hand to do that. But like we only get one truck a week, so on Wednesdays we get our truck. So if I know on Tuesday I can order. If it's a couple hundred people, of course, we need to know at least a week in advance.
Sure.
But other than that, I can pretty much handle any order that comes in.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I think I love to come to events and when there's barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, it's a happy birthday to my buddy David Frizzell. He's a regular at Salem Speedway, used to race there, and he's got his hands in a couple, 3 different cars out there, but we're going to have some food for him tomorrow.
Oh.
I'm not going to say how old he is, but
No. We want to. Well, he's your friend. You know, we don't.
I don't want to run that.
No, definitely not. That's not. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's wonderful.
So yeah, if we do birthday parties, and I mean, you name it, we do it. If they need food, we got it.
I love that.
That's awesome.
Well, that's good and good to know for anybody that wants to. You know, I know you did. Easter, you did a bunch of hams and turkeys and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Smoked. I know a lot of people
Went over
bought
really
those.
well.
Yeah.
Turkey breast.
Yeah.
A lot of people were pretty impressed with what we did.
Mm-hmm.
The flavor we get in the food is, you know, we like doing them, and we do them a little bit cheaper than anybody else for the simple fact that when you have an Easter dinner or a Christmas dinner, you're going to have people in the house that have never had our food or probably never would have our food.
Right.
So we want to give them an
That's a good
opportunity to do that. And if we can be more competitive in our pricing, then that's what we do.
Yeah, remember I think it was the famous Amos cookies. Remember he went around
Oh,
and
yeah.
gave all those free cookies out to get people hooked. And of course everybody got hooked and they, you know. So, well, that's good. Yeah, it's good advertisement too.
Yes,
You know,
absolutely.
yeah. On the turkeys and the hams and stuff too. It's important when you like every piece or every bite has got a flavor, right?
You hope so.
Yeah.
That's
No,
the
I mean,
goal.
yeah, that's the intention, right?
Yeah, that's the goal. Like the turkeys, when I do the turkeys, I inject them.
Uh-huh.
I pull the skin off of them. We rub the meat, not the skin. We rub the meat, and you know Sandy and I both enjoy doing the turkeys probably more than anything that we do on the holidays because we put them in a nice pan. We put in a bed of lettuce and oranges
Oh,
and
you make
apples and cherries.
I didn't
know.
know. You go
Tangerines,
all out. Yeah.
So we want you when you spend. Last year I think I was $55 for a 15-pounder.
That's
Yeah.
good. That is
But
great.
we
That's
want you to
right.
take that home, pull the foil off the top of it. The turkey's cooked, perfect golden brown, and we want you to be able to snap a photo of that as a centerpiece of your dinner. You know, so we try to pretty it up. Yeah, it's fun, and we really enjoy the turkeys.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah,
The
that's,
finished product is nice.
Yeah.
Cooking them's a little challenging. They just are. The bigger the turkey, the harder they are to cook. Because
I thought you were gonna say the harder they fall, the
No.
bigger the turkey.
Well, the bigger when you got a big breast and
Oh yeah.
the thighs and the legs will get done before the breast, so
Yeah.
it's a tedious process. And I mean, we put smoke on the turkey, and then we take a piece of foil and we actually cover it. When it gets to a certain color, that's where we want to stop. It's called tinning. We put a tint over the top of it, and that'll keep it from. You see the people posting pictures of black turkeys on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's because they didn't tint them. So you have to tint them to control the color of the turkey. You know, the heat that gets in the skin, the direct smoke, and that. So
We need you to write this stuff down.
Yeah.
Oh, he's telling it, Bill.
Yeah,
Bill,
we
you're
have-
awesome. Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
Bill shares. I love that, Bill. That's awesome. I mean, you know, I probably will never do that. I'll let you do it because you're the professional. But it's always cool to see, and I love to know the behind the scenes, what all goes on, because it really, I think, in every kitchen there's so many great things that go on, and then people just sit down and in seconds it's gone,
Yeah.
and they don't realize all the work that's gone into it. You know.
Yeah.
And it's a labor of love. You know.
Well, you should bring the cameras down and let them follow us around.
Yeah, that's exactly
should
right.
do
I
it,
will do
Becky.
that. I will do that. I will. Yeah, consider it done. Yeah, and then we're gonna have samples, right? There'll be a sample.
Of course.
She wanted a sample this morning.
I know, and I
Yeah.
feel so bad.
No, Bill, don't
So
feel
I'm gonna
bad.
buy-
No, don't feel bad. Well, I
I
got
figure
my.
I can buy you both
you know,
lunch today.
What do you call it? I wore the stretchy, jumpsuit,
Yeah,
so
she's
that yeah,
Thanksgiving clothes.
Yeah, absolutely stretchy jumpsuit this morning, so that plenty of room for barbecue. But no, it's 8:00 in the morning. It's okay. So when I interview a artist singer, they don't want to sing at 8 in the morning. And barbecue place, I understand that you would.
I planned on bringing some
It's
pulled chicken today,
Oh.
but my chicken just wasn't cooperating.
You know what? That's we all have that.
I tried to
Sometimes
get
our chicken
people-
just doesn't
I
cooperate.
mean, it happens.
Don't think I don't have that trouble.
I tried to get people to come in early, but I
It's-
got in the car about 7 minutes to 8.
Hey, you're great. You're great.
Oh my
So
goodness.
let's go back on some of this. So you've added some new items. Let's talk about this new
Yeah,
menu.
well, we haven't finalized it
Okay.
yet, but we're
Can we
gonna
let out some secrets of what possibly might be coming in?
probably do some fried pickles,
Ooh,
which I think a
yum.
lot of people love, and then we're gonna do our pulled pork nachos.
Yum.
that-
I
Those
love
are one of my
those.
favorites.
And-
Ooh.
our pulled pork nachos. I've been getting people message me on Facebook. You don't have pulled pork nachos, we ain't coming in. I was like, oh, okay, but I'll get them on there, I promise.
Yeah.
You know, they're just giving me a hard time. But
Yeah.
our pulled pork nachos are really popular, and they include some black olives, which is probably our secret flavor with the pork, and then of course our cheese.
Well, and then we're going to talk about that in a moment. But let's talk about so you're going to do the pulled pork nachos. I love this.
And we have the ribeyes. We're doing like a 6-ounce ribeye sandwich. We're doing that every day now for I think it's $12.95 with 2 fresh made sides.
Oh.
And the ribeyes are cooked on a charbroiler. Cooked to order, medium rare, whatever. Anything over medium rare is ruined to me, but. We'll cook it.
No, if
we'll
it's
cook
pink,
it to order.
it's not done.
No, I know. You're talking about a chef over here.
Right.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's right.
So
you're talking the talk.
That's one of the things that we've already started using, and it's we've got to sign up with it on the chalkboard. Other than that, we're going to add some fried food, of course. Mushrooms and cheese sticks, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then. Not sure on anything else yet, but the pulled pork nachos will be a big seller.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, definitely. Yeah, and it's
one of our
okay. Now, hang on. So you do the work and you make the magic in the kitchen. Then when you bring it out, I have it down to a science of exactly how much chip and cheese to put to the meat. You know what I mean? You have to layer it out. So then when you're down to the very last chip, that you have meat on that. So
we're very generous, you know that.
I know that.
I had a lady write on Facebook the other day that we had very small portions and a limited menu and high prices, terrible service.
Oh.
So I've sent her a private message because I don't engage anybody on Facebook. I'm not going to be that guy.
Right.
So I messaged her. I said, "Are you sure you ate at our place?"
Yeah. I was like,
I mean. That has zero to do with what we do.
Yeah.
But that was.
No, I have it down. The pig pen, I have it down to the meat and the fries completely coming out. No, I've got it. I mean, you give it right to me, Bill. I'm very happy with my
the pig pens are good.
Those pig pens are addictive. They are just. Yeah.
When we were recording, they were by far our number one seller. I had the guys from Heritage Ford which was right next door to our place. They would walk over every day.
Oh.
And then they complained. They said, "Oh, our doctor told us that our cholesterol's getting high."
Yeah.
I said, "Them doctors don't know what they're talking about. Just keep buying pig pens." So we had a lot of fun with them guys.
I love that so much. So let's talk about your cheese, because your cheese stands alone. I mean, you know the song "The Cheese Stands Alone"? Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Because your cheese is like, and it's funny because there is a huge difference.
Yeah.
This cheese is the good cheese.
Yeah, it's about 30. It's a canned cheese that we enhance with some cheddar and some other stuff, and it's a really nice cheese. But we tried to go to a cheaper cheese, and people they wasn't having it. So that lasted about two or 3 events, and we just couldn't do it. So I went back to the Cape Bueno. And it's a big seller.
Oh yeah.
And people love it.
Yeah, definitely. And yes, don't cheap on the cheese.
Never.
Right? Never ever.
I tell my sister that all the time.
Okay.
You gotta use good products, and we try to do that.
And
it's hard right now because food costs are so astronomically high. But we do the best we can.
Well, let's talk about the restaurant business in that, because we all know everybody that goes to the grocery store. Well, and because everybody that goes to the grocery store, every one of us, anybody listening right now, knows that the prices have gone up. Okay, there's
$72 for a case of chicken. A year ago, before the COVID, $20.
Now that's a huge.
Yeah, go buy eggs.
Oh yeah, okay. So we know that, and so to have a restaurant and to go and try to and have the good quality food, and that's what we want. I mean, right?
Yes.
And that's what we as customers, we demand that, or so to speak, or ask for that, right?
I agree.
And then you do that. I mean, I think people have to realize the cost. I think people have to realize that.
We try to keep our costs. I don't really price shop with my vendors, but I do keep them as accountable as I can. You know, if this guy could sell me a thing of oil for my fryer for $34, so can you, not 54.
Yeah.
You
right,
know,
Right.
so
Yeah.
if you can't meet that price, then you know, I'm only buying from one supplier right now, and I like it that way because I get consistency in my deliveries. I get to know the people, and we use GFS, and they're an absolute wonderful company.
Well, and they probably, the more you buy and the more relationship you have,
Yeah.
I'm sure they're gonna.
And the guy that our representative, he really works hard to get our prices down.
Good.
You know, so I had a couple other people that he could compare against, so that helped a lot. Not that they were cheap at all, because they weren't.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I got my cost down about 9% right now by using the GFS, which is who we've always used.
Mm-hmm.
We tried to go a different route when we first came here because of convenience and 2-day delivery, and you know, two days a week delivery. So we have to dump out this big huge sum of money one day a week, and Wednesday we get our food and hope it lasts till
Yeah.
the following Wednesday. So,
Well, that's good though.
and
yeah.
if not, we can go to JC and pick something up.
There you go,
know.
or Walmart over here. Yeah, we got a wonderful. Yeah, but at least you've got kind of a system. You kind of got a rhythm going and kind of figuring out. You know.
And then it's like when we have these events that get rained out, we don't have a problem with running out of product. So.
Right. No. That's what I'm saying. You gotta run a special, or you know what I mean, or
Yeah.
that works out actually.
Because we don't freeze anything. All of our meat comes in. Everything comes in fresh, stays fresh, including our burgers. You know, we do the half-pound Black Angus burger, and it's you know, everything we do is fresh when we can. If it comes in frozen, we thaw it, but we don't freeze anything. So it makes all the difference.
Now I've done the sampler platter, which is
Yes.
good for someone coming in new, because then you kind of see what everything tastes like, which I love. And then I've done the pig pen. I can't stop on the pig pen. Every time
Yeah.
I come, I do the pig pen. I'm obsessed with it.
Got to keep your carbs up.
I will walk or do whatever I need to do.
Yeah.
I will jog, walk, whatever, to have that pig pen every so often, okay? But I try to pace myself on that, but I could have one every day if But, okay, let's go back over a burger. So is the burger got the smoke too?
No. We do the burger on a char broiler.
Oh, okay.
And we got a real nice burger seasoning that I make that goes on it. It's pretty good. I eat them. Most of my help eats the burgers every day.
Do they?
Because I buy a meal for everybody that works there
Oh, that's nice.
every day.
That's very nice.
And a lot of them, Tommy, one of our servers, she's great. She lost her taste and smell from COVID.
Oh.
So she eats a burger, and I give her a hard time. I'm like, hey, how was that burger today?
I'm sure
She
it was
don't
good.
think it's too comical.
No, I bet not. No, that would be, I would be very sad about that.
But
yeah.
I would too.
Because when you walk in, the thing that I'm at, when you walk in your restaurant, you just,
When you drive by.
Yeah.
you blow out that smell. We know that. We
I
know.
I sit out back. I got a cooler out there that's really comfortable, better than them old hard wooden chairs. But I sit out back and just I watch the smoke just roll up the hill to all them houses up there, and I'm
Yes.
like, and the guy from Domino's, he's like, man, you got to stop that. Give me a pound of brisket. He
I
goes
love
in,
that.
he makes a brisket pizza. Yeah, so.
Oh, that's
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, and it's delicious.
Well, I bet that's a good thing. Yeah. Well, I think I know you blow out that, which makes it all. But walking in, as soon as you walk in that door, game on. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like.
Well, we had a lady last week says, I got to wash my clothes every time I leave here. I'm like, who doesn't wash their clothes every day anyway?
Right, but why would you?
You come to a smokehouse and expect not to
But
have smoke.
that's the smoke I don't mind. You know what I
Right.
mean? I don't mind that. That is not a bad. I mean,
No.
like I don't. You know what I mean? I'm really kind of whatever about. I don't like. I don't smoke cigarettes, but I don't like it in my hair. Okay,
Oh, wow.
and
Yeah.
like when you wash your hair, and you know if somebody's smoking around you and it gets in your hair, I get a little bit whatever. And I'm not trying to be whatever. I'm not knocking anybody. I get it. You know what I mean? Things happen. But when I come in your place, if I leave with a barbecue smell, I don't think people are going to be mad.
It's like calling
I don't-
Washington County Sheriff's Department on somebody having a campfire.
There you go. Yeah, it's like it's going to
There's
happen.
just no better smell.
Oh,
My pups love it.
Oh.
They're all about it when you come in smelling like barbecue.
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
I don't think I've ever had a dog growl at me.
No.
They come up, they sniff my foot, and that's it, man.
Wagging, wagging,
Because I've
wagging.
usually
Follow
got,
you around.
yeah, I've usually got grease from pork butts or brisket or something
Wait,
that
a
leaked
pork-
out onto my, or the brown sugar if the foil rips on my ribs.
Yeah.
Those little, and the dogs get that, and that's it. It's tail wagging.
Oh, you know it.
So,
Well, sure.
friends for life.
Absolutely. Yeah, my Great Dane and Bulldog would be all over you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They would love that. Well, no, I think that as far as like the techniques and all that goes into it, and I think it's a great part of our community. And Bill, we're very blessed to have you in here and give us a great alternative for our lunches, our suppers, and also our events. If we have an event that needs to be catered or done,
Yeah, and my doors are always open.
Yeah.
Anybody ever wants to just come hang out, try to learn something, so they can go home and make a spectacular meal for their family
Oh, what a
or their
blessing.
friends.
That's very kind of
I'm
you.
there,
That's very
and
generous
I
of you.
enjoy that.
I
part
know.
of it.
No, I know. No, you're in it. I mean, here's what it is. You love what you do,
Right,
and then you've built this around it. You know what I mean? And your heart is right there with
and
it.
I love to share.
Yes, you are. Yeah, he's a giver. He's very much a giver.
Somebody shared with me, I took it from there. Not everybody has the drive that I have, or maybe barbecue's not the thing that they want to make a living on, but there's not a person around that cooks in the backyard that doesn't want to be the king of their grill.
Oh,
Yeah.
beat your chest and drag your
That's
knuckles.
right. And
That's
I mean, I would be more than happy. I give people rub all the time. Here, try this.
Oh,
I tell them, try these different techniques, whatever. I mean, I try to help. And and my doors would be open to anybody that wanted to come and just hang out with us at the cookers.
yeah.
Like
Well,
a barbershop.
Right, there you go.
Aw, that's
I love
awesome.
that. Yeah, see, that's exactly, and that's the atmosphere. I just want to say, when I grill, note to self, don't have mascara.
Right.
Your mascara, I was
Tends to
telling you,
run.
it ran so bad. It runs so bad, yeah. So note to self, when you're grilling and you open up that grill and all of a sudden,
I try not to put my mascara
yeah,
on
I know,
before
Bill.
cook.
You do a good job. I know, Bill. I'm happy about that. Something that we haven't talked about, and I want to make sure we talk about those. Let's talk about those onion things. That I
Onion
just,
rings. Yeah,
what are they
that's-
called? They're straws
We
or
call them haystacks.
haystacks? Yes.
So
Oh,
the story behind them is there's a place in Illinois, which is where I'm from, and it's called Club 41. World famous for their onion rings. My mom got their recipe about 50 years ago. So we've been doing them in our family for that long.
that's pretty, oh,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
So these people come in the restaurant about a month ago, and they sit down in the second booth just outside the kitchen on the left, and they ask for me. So I go out there, hey, how you doing?
Oh, I love
Great,
that.
thanks for coming in, blah, blah, blah. They're like, where'd you get the term haystack? I said, let me guess, you're from Abington, Illinois. And they said, we are.
Oh.
And we just had a great night, man. It was like,
Oh.
I mean, I knew and they
Yeah.
knew.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, because you don't find that term anywhere else.
Right. No.
And
no.
I was like, yeah, you're from Abington, Illinois, and that's exactly what it was.
yeah.
And they were super nice people, and they've been back there 4 times.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
I never can remember haystack, but I always remember. I mean, when I say that onion thing, they know.
Yeah.
They'll bring it out. It's so good.
So
And-
they're dredged in a milk with some apple cider vinegar, and then put through our breading. That's homemade breading too. It just got flour and some other stuff in it, and then they're fried. Take about a minute 15 to a minute 30 seconds to do an order.
They're delicious.
They're very good.
And I want to suggest that if someone is listening and you're getting ready and you're going to go to Po Boys, make sure that you put this on your to-do list. It's your appetizer. It's delicious.
Yeah,
It's-
and we take the local authorities like the police, firemen, stuff like that, and we give them their onion rings and their drinks when they come in too.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's
so
such a blessing, and
just
hats off to them,
Some,
right?
yeah, something we can do. I mean, it's minor, but it shows that at least we care.
Yeah. Well, and and all of them you want to keep. If that grill gets a little too hot, what I mean, you want to make sure that they
Well, I was
come
just-
running. Let's help Bill.
I always used to tell all the the deputies down in court, and I said, I'm just trying to fatten you up, so if I ever decide to get in trouble again, you won't be able to catch me.
Oh.
Now I can't. Now I'm not even going to attempt to run from anybody. But
No, I know. You know what they do. They are. I know. They are just the top of the chain. Our EMTs, our fire department, our police departments. We are huge fans of all of them. You know, matter of fact, I always try to thank them. You know, when you see them at an event, you see them at something. I want to see their presence. I love when they're somewhere.
Well, Brad Shepard actually came from Harrison County, so we had a relationship with him before he ever came here.
I love that.
And then he's a really good friend of my friend Anissa Kellum that runs Kellum's Imprints up there.
Okay.
And
yeah, that's cool. It's a small world, isn't it?
Yeah. And actually, the day before I opened in Salem, I was in there, and Anissa was saying, "Oh, he's chief of police or whatever up there in Salem." And I was like, "Really? I didn't know that. I knew that he worked up here, but..." And he pulled in and came in to Kellum's Imprints that day to pick up some T-shirts or something.
Aww.
You know, they make T-shirts and trophies and all kinds of stuff, man. They do incredible work. But yeah, so he walked in, and it was just like, and then he come in a couple days later to the restaurant with a couple of his guys, and it was pretty cool.
That is neat.
Yeah, that's how God works.
Yeah, it is. It is cool. Yeah. Well, it's funny, like your journey to get where you're at here. You know what I mean? From starting in Illinois, coming here, and and landing, you know, right here, your lily pad in Salem, Indiana.
Yeah, we like it here.
Well,
you know, we actually live in Harrison County, but I mean, we support all the businesses here. I get my haircut here, Walmart here, you know, CVS here. I mean, gas here. I mean.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
We buy everything here, so. You know, it's not like we're taking money out of the community.
Oh, no. You're one of us. You drink our water, you're part of us.
And we're contributing, yes.
Yes. So it's, you know, we know you're contributing, yeah. And going back on this, so we have the haystack, which is one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
What are some of the other sides and other specialties like that, too? We talk about the meats and stuff, but time goes by so fast, but also like some of the sides.
Yeah, we've got the potato salad, coleslaw. It's sweet, creamy.
Good slaw.
And we've got the macaroni salad and applesauce for the kids, crisscross applesauce. That's what I tell all the kids. But
green beans. Let's talk about those.
Yeah, the green beans. We have the green beans. You get little
potatoes with them.
Well, I actually smoke them potatoes.
We know that. Yeah.
So we put them on the smoker and we smoke them for about 90 minutes, and with a mild smoke, and then we add them to the green beans with the onions and. Of course, salt and pepper's on the table. We had that discussion last time.
Yeah, whether you just don't even know. We love the green beans, and then when you get those little bonus potatoes,
they are good.
Yeah.
On our weddings, we do a lot of weddings, and that's one of our most popular dishes.
The green beans.
Yeah, until we brought back the mac and cheese.
Well, I was gonna say the mac and cheese are just barbecue. What is it about barbecue, mac and cheese? It just goes together, doesn't it?
Baked beans.
Baked beans. Yeah.
We actually smoke our baked beans.
Yeah.
They get green, red, yellow peppers in them, and some other stuff, and they go right on the smoker for about 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who, but someone was talking that those are the best baked beans I've ever had.
We consider them a food group.
Well, it's good protein, right?
Yeah, and they're delicious.
Yeah, they are.
As long as we get enough smoke on them, the flavor's incredible.
Right. So pretty well, not your is there any other appetizers? I've never had anything else besides the haystacks. I was gonna say.
We've got the wings. Our chicken. Our wings are.
Talk about the wings.
Oh yeah,
that's a whole program itself.
So we rub the wings just like we do every other meat, and they go into the walk-in overnight. And then they start going on the cooker at about 7:30 in the morning for lunch. They smoke about 90 to 110 minutes, and they come off. We don't cook them fully on the smoker. We just put some smoke on them. Then they go into the refrigerator in a pan. So we want them to suck that smoke into the wings, as the pores close up from cooling. And then they go into the deep fryer. We fry them to... we want to get them up to 165 so nobody gets sick, but they all get fried to 165, 170, and then they go into a pan and we put sauce, or you can get them naked. We've got the Carolina Gold, which is a store-bought sauce, and then we've got our sweet and our spicy sauce that we put on, and then we've also got Frank's Red Hot, which of course is store-bought, but the Carolina Gold is my absolute favorite on the wings.
They are so, yeah.
Yeah. And we sell a lot of them. I had one order last week for 100.
Oh, I could see
Yeah,
that.
and
Yeah.
we get orders for 60 all the time, and you just panic because, you know, we only cook 20 pounds at a time. That
Yeah.
way that we ensure that they're fresh.
Right, sure.
So
sure.
when you get an order for 100 wings, you just kind of freak out. You're like, oh my God, do I even have 100?
Yeah. The
So-
wings are something that, like, once you start, I mean, you can eat, you know, quite a few, you know.
I can eat 20 or 30 myself.
Well, it happens. I mean, it's one of those things, you know, where it's like, I mean, you just start eating and you can't stop, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, we like the wings, but a lot
So
of
they're
people,
bone in, right? They are the
yes,
bone
they're
in. Yeah.
real wings.
They are the,
And they're the jumbos. They're not the little teeny tiny ones. I mean, we serve really nice meaty wings,
yeah,
and people really like them.
yeah, definitely.
We sell a lot of them.
Yeah, something else too that I know you really want. I want to make sure we hit all of our points here, because something about too that if someone is in a hurry for lunch, let's talk about lunch, and they're kind of in a hurry, you can do a meal pretty fast, right?
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
if someone's in a hurry,
If they
and
don't
have
order a
lunch-
burger or something that's deep fried, the French fries are not bad. The onion rings are pretty fast, minute and a half on the onion rings. But if they order like a pulled pork sandwich and two of our traditional sides, like potato salad, coleslaw, beans, green beans, you know, mac salad, we can have their meal out really, really, really quick. And they can also call in.
right? Okay.
I mean,
okay,
they could
okay.
call in and order ahead. It makes it tough because people say they'll be there in 10 minutes and they don't get there for 25. Well, if we make, I try to wait until they get there to make their meal,
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
but because if they say they're going to be there in 10 minutes and we have it ready in 10 minutes
Yeah.
and then they didn't get there for 25 because people usually say they're going to get there way faster than what they really do.
Yeah.
Then their food's cold,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
then we're in the wrong for serving cold food, which I am 100% against, of course. But yeah, so we try to find a happy medium on the to-go deliveries, and we're learning our customers that when they call in, when they say 10 minutes, they really mean 35. So we've kind of
Welcome to Washington County.
yeah. So
Absolutely.
we're kind of learning them
Yeah,
customers,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
we're making it work.
Right. Well, you know, when you call in that order, you know, your plans are to leave right then.
Absolutely.
But usually it's like there's something else that like gets
Kids.
like I want to go with you, or I want to go, or
Dog needs out.
Dog needs, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, or you
Or
know,
won't come in.
yes,
or...
the dog won't come in. Boy, they've been there and done that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, our intentions are good, Bill.
Absolutely.
You know, it's just when we're in the Calvary, we're coming. It's just, you know, it's yeah, we have a tendency, and I'm like that a lot of times. Like I try to do 3 or 4 things before I walk out that door. That like, and a lot of times I don't turn around and get me, you know what I mean, because I think I can, you know, I have a horrible concept with time. You know what I mean? Just everybody knows that.
I've had
You know.
people that didn't come for an extended period of time when we had food ready, and I just tossed it and made them fresh. I just
Well,
couldn't.
call me and I'll come eat it.
Absolutely.
Laura and I'll head on over and eat it.
I'm
Yeah.
only
Yeah,
a couple blocks.
well-
That's right. Yeah, I can make it quick. Okay, my.
The sides we can save, but the meat and stuff we
Well,
just
sure.
toss it.
Yeah.
We just make them fresh sandwiches.
Well.
It's
Yeah.
because I mean after 10, 15 minutes, buns are going to start getting soggy, and I mean there's not a good experience that comes out
No,
of that.
and I think I've heard other restaurants. I know like Marie Lowry with McDonald's. Like that's one thing she never like if she catered or did anything, she never wanted to bring the fries because the fries are so concerning. Like you want those hot fries,
Yeah.
and if you ate a cold fry, you'd complain that something wasn't right. You know what I mean? Her concern was like just like yours. I think in the food industry, I think that's a big challenge that a lot of times we don't realize.
It is.
You know, because if for
Timing is everything.
exactly, if I'm 30 or 20 minutes late or 10 minutes late, whatever, and then I get that soggy bun, you know, that's got to be on me. You know what I mean? You didn't pick up the
A
time.
lot of people don't take it like that though.
Yeah.
They blame us.
Yeah. And that's well.
So
that's,
and
yeah.
another thing that we'll do if
Well,
you're
they're hangry.
yeah they're hangry exactly. So another thing that we do, we'll wrap the bun up in a wax paper, set it off to the side, put the meat off to the
Oh, that's, yeah. there
in
you
the
go.
other side.
Yeah,
So
that's a good idea.
so
yeah.
we try to make sure that they don't get the soggy buns.
Yeah. Well, I think like moms, you know what I mean? Because we are celebrating moms.
Yes.
I think that when you like, let's go over like I know like when I would call all 6 of mine, or like if somebody had a practice, or if somebody had something they had to go do, trying to get everybody in that kitchen. I was a huge supper time, family time meal. But it's hard sometimes to get everybody, and also just like you're saying, like I would like set out stuff on the table, and then by the time they washed their hands or got off the phone with a friend or whatever, and get them actually in the seat, are my mashed potatoes going to be cold? You know what I mean? Are they? You know what I mean? No. I think anybody, any mom, dad, or anybody.
I've always been that way as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's even Sandy. She'll get off doing something. And I'll fix her. I cook at home too, so I'm cooking her up something, and I'm like, you need to come and eat while it's hot.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And that's what I always said. You know what I mean? And we always, come on, so I would get a little bit.
Yeah.
I know it's hard to believe that I'd raise my voice, but
I don't know that I've ever heard you raise your voice.
Well, you've not heard me try to wake my children up. You know what I mean?
Let her not get a pig pen.
Well, there you go. That's right. Yeah. Take me to Bill's and not give me a pig pen. Then there might be some. Yeah. No, I do want to kind of, our time's getting close, but real quick, let's go back over. Of course, you're open Monday through Sunday.
Tuesday.
Or Tuesday through Sunday.
Yes, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 10:30 to 8. Friday, Saturday, 10:30 to 9, and then Sunday we're open 11 to 4.
Okay.
Also know that when people pull in at 2 minutes to 4, 2 minutes after 4, I usually let them in. If I've still got food, I'll always let them in.
Oh, love that.
So, I mean, I cook the food to sell it, and then we're closed on Monday, and I don't keep anything. So,
no.
I mean, it's the key to success is to get rid of everything that we have.
I love that.
So, I try.
Yeah, and you do a great job. Okay, so let's go back over then on Sunday for Mother's Day. It's going to open on what time on Sunday?
It'll be 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
We're going to do 1 pound meatloaf, fresh, 2 fresh sides, and a drink for $14.95.
That's very fair. Very fair. And you don't have to drive. You're right here. And now, are you taking reservations, or people just?
We do take reservations all the time. I don't know what kind of turnout. They say that Mother's Day is the biggest restaurant spending that there is.
I can see that.
But they said that about Easter being number 2 or 3, and it was. I mean, we did good, but we expected a lot more for Easter. We done the smoked ham and sweet potatoes, and I had 2 people in there that were like in their 70s, maybe early 80s, and they're like, "Son, this is the best meal we've had that we can ever remember." Melted me, man. I mean, you don't when an 18-year-old kid tells you this is the best meal he's ever had. That's not much. When a guy 70 or 80 tells you that, it means something.
Yeah, definitely. I love that. That's very kind.
So it was pretty cool. They were sitting there in their little suit, and she had her dress and her bonnet on. I mean, it was just.
Love that.
I'm a hopeless romantic too,
I
by
love
the way.
that.
So
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome. Well, Bill, so anyway, meatloaf, and I think
Plus our regular menu.
Yeah, but I think the meatloaf has just got me, the meatloaf. Yeah, I love meatloaf, and then with all the other great fixings and stuff.
Yeah, the meatloaf's really, really good. I'll probably offer some sliced brisket the same day. We did that as a special on Sunday, and it went over really, really well. So I may throw a couple extra brisket on and see how it goes.
Get crazy, Bill.
Yeah, that brisket, man, them big slices.
I'm going to have to try the meatloaf.
Oh, yeah. I'm say it one more time, and I'm coming down there.
Right. Well, come be a part of it.
Yeah. Okay, Bill, let's go. Let's give everyone location real quick.
504 South Main Street, Salem. We're right across from JC Tractor Supply. The car wash there. I think that's the mayor's car lot on the other side.
Our mayor. You'll see the mayor there often.
Yeah,
Mayor loves your food.
He
yes,
eats
he
there a lot.
does.
He's a big fan of the brisket.
Yes, he is. I love that.
Yeah, and we like him. He's a super, super nice guy.
He is, yeah. And I know he loves your place.
The first day he came in, somebody goes, "There's the mayor." I was like, "Okay, let me go talk to him." I was like, "Hey, dude, you the mayor?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm the mayor." I shook his hand. I thanked him for coming in, him and I guess his wife.
Yeah.
And
well, his
girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I thanked him
She's my boss.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I thanked him for coming in, and he comes in at least once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. But yeah.
I know he got one of those smoked hams, and I told him you're the MVP of the household when you bring out smoked ham.
Yeah, we had a lot of that. Bill from Bargain Bills, he got a turkey breast and a ham, and he said it was the best you'd ever eat.
So you are the new owner. It's a new. You have the same location.
Yes.
Same no, but a different barbecuer.
Yes.
Big difference and
completely
and
different.
You are, yeah. So that's what we want to make sure that, because a lot of people are like, that's because you had it open and you closed, but no, you opened up and this
Yes.
is a new man.
We opened up on Valentine's Day as.
In the beginning, there was fun on the radio. Then the radio industry fell victim to corporate America and venture capitalist bankers who marched in with their research and up to their armpits in debt and turned the radio band into a wasteland of cookie cutters, faceless, sound-alike stations who completely lost touch with the people they were meant to serve. Then there were two voices that cried out in the wilderness, faint at first, but becoming louder with every passing ratings book. It's okay to have fun again, to give the people what they really want to hear, and not treat them like a sea of mindless followers who have no choice in their radio entertainment. Welcome to the Rick and Bubba Show.
It is 7 minutes past the hour from the No Name Studio. Living out on the bleeding edge of technology, we come to you on various platforms, from Sweet Home, Alabama, to the world, both live and archived. Speedy, the real Greg Burgess, Helmsy, Eddie Van Adler, all here for another hour. And welcome back, Bill Bubba Bussey.
Rick, glad to be here, and thank all of you for joining us. The Elite 10 is in the house today.
We got, well, Bubba, terrific 10. Terrific 10. We did have a kind of made some arrangements for somebody on a spillover, and we do that when we can. We can't do it all the time based on what's already on the books. But welcome to all of you. Glad you're here, and you'll sit back and I know some of you. Raise your hand if you've never done this before. This is your first time. Okay, so about what, four of those? So these other 6 will tell you. I know that you may listen to the show, and if you've never got a chance to see it on YouTube, even on YouTube, you don't know. When you watch this show today, you will leave here thinking to yourself, I thought they were just kidding. I honestly thought, so they really do just kind of hang out. And it's just, they cut the mics on, cut the mics off, nothing really changes. So we're glad you're here, and thank you for those of you that all brought goodies. No need, there's no obligation to do that. Some of you that didn't bring us not one thing, you should not.
We're in pretty good shape.
Yeah, you shouldn't feel bad about that. So we have some things that we do need to discuss this hour. Greg, I there's callers that keep calling, there's emails that keep coming in. Like I said, I had dinner with Mom and Dad last night. Sherry and I did for Mother's Day this weekend. They want to know, Mom can hardly talk about this thing with you and puppies without laughing hysterically.
It's entertaining.
Yeah, right. So
it's entertaining.
There's something good's coming from it.
Yeah, can you give us any
still pure hell on earth?
So what'd you say? How do you describe it?
Hell on earth.
Greg, but I mean, I want you to think about those precious little puppies.
No, they are.
And they called it puppy love.
From a dog I never knew.
Yes,
They're hey, will you put plates down for another stray ever?
No.
Good. I hope this has broke you of that.
The mom's thinks they eat once a day, I think.
Okay.
And I don't know if she's even living up to that today, but as of yesterday, so we got to pick slack up a little bit. But they're thriving. They're running around.
So
their eyes are open. They can all walk now.
So are you sleeping through the night?
Yeah, we time it right.
Time it right.
What does that mean?
No, they're not as young as they were, so you don't have to do it like every 2 hours or something.
But how often are you feeding?
I don't know. 4, 6, something.
Maybe we need to talk to Lisa.
Depends on when she feeds.
Greg, you realize that I could take that dog out of that picture and put you there.
Yeah. That's the thing. There's just 8 of them. If it was 4, but eight's a lot to manage.
Which one's the most active?
And if you picked out the one you're gonna keep,
I'm not keeping that.
I don't know.
You want to put a wager on that?
No, I'm not going to do that.
How about that white one with the black?
No, I think it's the little black one that he likes so much.
When you speak of them, I want you to reference the real names.
Please.
I have to get the list out.
Do you remember just off the top of your head the various names?
You got Bob
know you got-
Seger,
I got-
Elvis Presley.
Lane Kiffin?
No.
No. Huh?
I have to look. I don't know.
Right.
A bunch
That was
of
two
Dolly Parton,
What? What?
Daisy Jones. There's 4 boys and 4 girls. is what
Okay.
they are. So.
You hear yourself?
Yeah.
You're-
Well, that's just so we can identify them. We're not
Oh, yeah.
naming them like to keep them. That's just to identify who's who
Greg,
when you're feeding
we
them,
got
so
it.
you don't feed
That's
them
why I
twice.
want you to tell
Greg,
us. when you-
I'm not going to wager because I don't do the betting thing, but if I was a betting man, you will have one of these puppies.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not. I hope not. I'll say that.
Well, you can hope all day. You want to spit in one hand?
Yeah.
You were
And hope
hoping
in the other?
You were hoping she didn't have puppies.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You were
There's one-
hoping no more dogs would come into your life when you were down to one.
Yeah, that's good. And he was a stray too that was let out over 10 years ago, still hanging in there.
The reason I ask you about the most active one is I'm thinking if you held the Suckler 4000.
Right.
They
Okay.
don't.
And
Daddy
but no, I'm talking about
finished.
just one. Just one.
That's what I've been doing.
Just I don't know what they call you, but I'm gonna say Daddy.
We've been.
All right. If Daddy was to hold the Suckler 4000, and you hold the most active
Tried
puppy,
that.
and then maybe just that one locks in.
Well, that's what
You know
we
what I
tried,
mean?
and it didn't work.
By you holding it like
What
this.
if you laid down and acted like a dog and held it up
Thank you.
there?
Yeah,
No, I
thank
ain't
you,
tried
Roundsy.
that.
Have you ever put the Succular 4000 on your chest, lay down, and put the puppies up here
I
above?
think
it?
the
And let them go
circular-
to town.
I think it's just a gag gift or something. I don't think it's real.
No, it
It
works.
is real.
It wasn't
Yeah.
as robust as we thought it would be.
The top won't stay on.
We said
I
that.
warned you about that.
It wasn't
Yeah.
as robust as it looked in the picture.
I think it's just a gag gift.
You just hadn't worked with them enough to teach them how to use it.
No,
Speedy
I guess
got it
not.
to work.
Yeah, I did.
Well, yeah.
Sure did.
I pulled on it. And
I
it
could
came out
convince Speedy to do it. It's the puppies that are a little harder. No,
They get hungry enough,
They
they'll
seem to
work
be
it.
doing good. They're we got this big swimming pool they're in.
Yeah.
And they run around.
All right.
Look at that.
Till they can get.
Yeah, until they grow bigger and can get out of it, which will be soon, I'm sure.
Have you established
wallpaper, man.
when they're going to be for adoption yet?
Somebody's got to tell me. It's 6 weeks.
Adler says 8.
6 to 8, and preferably 8.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So it's
Our-
only
our-
when we've
has
had to
to
go
go.
pick up our dogs.
when they
it's
get
8
to
weeks.
eating.
No, Greg, that's I
It's
think
not
that
when
should-
when I get to
yeah,
eat.
no one has ever said that.
Greg, when
I
have you
don't
ever
know.
I
looked in
don't
a
know. I'm
manual
not
that says
qualified.
wherever they go to eat?
Well,
Could somebody video you taking them to the vet for the first time?
oh, I can't wait for that.
How are you going to get them there? What do you
Put them in a big old box or something.
Can I ask you this uncomfortable question? You do realize, Greg, here it is. Look, the exact time that's best for a puppy goes.
Yeah, but I've heard
can
6.
vary. Most breeders, the word
Okay,
most,
I'm going with the ones that are
and
not in
veterinarians
most.
agree that 8 weeks is a
that's-
good minimum.
Nah.
You know what the word most and
Oh,
minimum means?
there's state laws.
I think
Greg.
6 will be better.
No, Greg.
Is that like 9 out of 10 dentists agree?
Well, it won't be as bad.
So you don't
for
want to
me.
listen to a vet?
No. Well, they said most. There's other vets who disagree.
Hey, how do they starting to eat?
I'd listen
You
to
need
the
to
good
find one
ones.
of those.
That's what I'm looking for.
You're looking for the 6
If you're a vet who
I
disagrees,
figure if
email
they
Greg.
get where they can feed themselves, eat on their own, why not?
Well, they're,
Are they making
That
a
may
mess?
be 8 weeks.
their little
I don't know.
organs need to be fully developed.
Are they making a mess? If you know what I mean.
Nah, not too bad. It's getting a little bit.
That's going to happen.
I know. I mean, they are, but
You know one thing comes with solid food. You know what comes with puppy chow? Puppy out.
yeah, that's
Puppy
a
poo.
byproduct.
You ever
yeah.
seen how much 8 can produce?
The mother
Plus 2 adults.
kept them cleaned up pretty good, but she's like I say, she's faded.
Yeah, but she's going to
But
fade
she
on
didn't
that
attack
quick.
me. You know, the day before yesterday, she attacked me, or
I know.
won't act like she was going to.
Did she?
Yesterday, she was good with me.
So, Greg, this is what we know for sure. This is what we know
If
for
you go in there
sure.
with that attitude, no wonder you're
Yeah, I don't think she can see good.
We know this for sure. You went from 1 dog to 2. I mean, you went from 2 dogs to 1. You're gonna end up with the stray best case scenario. So you're going from 1 back to 2 for sure.
Yeah, but that one's just like the other. That's a yard dog, and you just
So you
throw
think-
food out and they eat it when they feel like it.
And then they tell their other stray friends to come
Yeah,
out.
I don't know who.
What's
keeps putting them out.
what's your puppy voice like?
I
when
don't
you're
have
talking-
one at this
You-
point.
you don't
I had
use-
one early, but it's gone.
What's
Have
that?
they
Greg,
rated you
you
in
know
your
what?
puppy voice?
Greg
There's
is
one
from
you hear now.
Brownsville, Texas, a puppy.
He is.
Yeah,
His border is open.